Riedel on black, Reynolds Plimpton on orange, Nub 2.0 on purple, and Clive Chatterjee on blue. And we are away. Good luck to all the players. Hey, how's it going, Bertram? Yeah, this is a really good progressive World Dom map. I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, this was like either a final or semi-final map in one of the bigger tournaments. Maybe I'm thinking of World Cup last year. I don't remember. But yeah, very good map for progressive World Dom. And I think I have a slight preference toward unstable portals on this map, but it looks like we got stable portals this game. No blizzards, no fog, and also no alliances. So the stable portals are going to set up some additional connections, but those additional connections will be static. They're not going to change as the game progresses on. So it looks like we got Clive in the first seat. Looks like his best card is to remove a yellow position from the southern island. Oh, my mistake. We do have alliances for this game. So yeah, I'm sure Void was hoping to keep that position, but no such luck. Nub 2.0 in the second seat. Immediately adds into the pocket behind black. And looks like he's going to be risking a 3v1 for a card. Hopefully he's not bitten by the 11% fail chance. Jax's perfect lines on Void. I may have jinxed Nub there, my mistake, but he's successful with his second attempt. Yeah, Jax's lines on Void are pretty solid. All right, we got Riedel in the third seat. He takes a fairly quick turn. Unless Void removes the one behind orange and purple. Okay. Reynolds, yeah, okay. Yeah, we got Reynolds in the fourth seat. And then, as discussed, Jax in the fifth seat, and Void, last but not least, in the final seat. All right, where is Jax looking to take his card? I'm sure he'd like to maintain his lines. No doubt he's already seen them. We can easily make 11 and 12 positions by the time second set's hit. Yeah. Yep, takes a card, gets a little bit of a better line on Void there. And sends out an attack blue to Void as he makes a second attack on blue. Looks like we're trying... Are we trying to get players under 12 territories here? Obviously, Clive, not thrilled with that decision. We'll see what Void decides to do if he wants to help the player hunting him. Of course, Void's best kill, just in terms of like trades and who's going to be weakest from his position, probably makes sense for him to hit blue somewhere. Do you think Team Bradamite can do the impossible and come back from the massive deficit Team Frog put them in? Tanner, I think we certainly can. And if we can't, then, you know, it'd be a real shame to lose to a bunch of swamp dwellers. Make myself as annoying as possible to kill. Some criticize it as limiting my kill lines as I'm too spread out, but it gives me access to almost any kill if I want to. Makes sense. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. It'll be such a massive climb. Oh geez, we got the whacking off frogs in the chat again. I know it's a supposedly a knife and he's stabbing, but it just doesn't look quite. You know, maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm the one seeing things that I shouldn't be. All right, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm supposed to be joining a work meeting right now, and it took me a second to troubleshoot a connection issue I was having. But anyway, so what's going on? Has anything massively changed? Doesn't look like it. What are you guys talking about in the chat? It'd be crazy if Team Brady might could somehow do the impossible. Be the comeback of the century. They're so massively behind. Yeah, I think you guys might be unpleasantly surprised. What's this? Get better dice. In fact, there's one for every color. Marcellus wastes his dice luck on suing opponents who break him. That's true. That was certainly true during the during his World Cup games, the couple that he did play. He was too scared to be. Hudson's an honorary frog member. I don't know about that. Imagine caring about Clan Wars so much. I have fun getting into the banters, Ericy. All right. Ooh, it looks like Clive broke his alliance with Void, presumably because Void keeps insisting that Clive remain under 12. I wouldn't care either if I was so far behind. Yeah, if I was you guys, then yeah, I'd give up. Of course you would give up. Frogs have no backbone, they're spineless. They would immediately cave under pressure. So it's a good thing that you guys are ahead. Otherwise, the season would have, or the this season would have ended early. Due to you guys forfeiting. The trash talking banter's fun. Yeah, exactly. If we gave up now, we wouldn't deserve to be on the team. Yes, 100%. All right, looks like everyone else is allowed to hold 12 territories except for Clive. Clive, unfortunately, getting bullied in the first seat. Hey, what's up, Woj? Welcome in. Frogs have spines? I don't know about that. They look too gelatinous to me. But I've never deigned to approach such a filthy swamp creature to learn for myself. So you could very well be right. Many have said frogs have the best backbones. You're not having fun when you're losing in a not Tanner tournament. You're not losing, so you are having fun right now. You are not losing, so you are. Okay. Yeah, I had a real heck of a time. Speaking of the Tanner tournament, I got back-to-back 6th place yesterday in both games of that round. I got massively cooked. Oh, geez. We see Void make a spicy play against Clive there. Removes an entire position and a few stacks in the middle of the board. Presumably due to card skipping. Oh, geez. Clive doing a lot of smacking. Did not really expect to see this type of play this game. But Reynolds was massively damaged there. I don't think he botted. Drama, yeah. This is going to end real fast. Yep. Nub has no problem with the state of affairs here. Gets the second lowest trade. So Clive, despite card skipping, did decide to trade when he was supposed to. He might have been knocked out by Void on the next turn had he not. Hard to believe this is semis. Maybe these guys are testing out a new meta, a new modus operandi for playing. One winner. Interesting. Okay. Top 3 auto advancement points, and there's 3 semifinal rounds. 1 game each. Yep. So, extremely competitive World Dom game here. And Clive, unfortunately, off to an early back foot. The lowest in troop count. And card skipped earlier. Even if he gets a third card, he may not survive to set on 3 with in the second round of trades. But a set on 3 is probably the only thing that saves him. You cannot comprehend this level of genius strategy unfolding right now. I mean, potentially. I don't know. I mean, you're probably right, Zareki. But I always like to give people the benefit of that. You know, like you're trying something different, trying something new. We'll see if you can cook, and then if you can't, then yeah. Then we get to you know, do a little teasing, make it a little fun. Not too much though. I'm glad I auto qualified watching this. All right, Void setting in for the 15. So poor Clive on 8 territories. Meanwhile, Jackson Void sitting on 15. If I'm not mistaken, this conflict between Void and Clive seemed to have started as soon as Clive took a card on Void that removed Void from the Southern Island. But it didn't necessarily have to escalate after that. But it certainly has. Clive is going to take a third card. I think Jax just wins. Yeah. Yeah, Jax is in a good spot here. Kills Void, then sweeps, right? Other day when you said I'd have a set on 3 if it was you in game 3, I disagree. I'd go as far to say I'd have no set on 4 in that situation. Anything to make me lose that. Clive did bot. Okay. Yeah. Can't keep getting away with it. Every turn is something. Well, yeah, it is typically, well, not typically. It's pretty much always bad form to quit. But, even though I wouldn't quit myself, I think I get where Clive is coming from. Not sure that would achieve much unless the bot won. Yeah. But now that it's a bot, it'll follow the laws of bots. And the number 1 rule about bots is they always have a set on 3. So that's my prediction. Throwing it out there. Clive bot will sit on 3. It's coming. And we'll see what happens from that. I don't make the rules. I just observe them and try to report. Hey, Telmaj. Yeah, Clive's issue was they started making sure that he couldn't hold 12. So Clive started retaliating, and then he got retaliated on back. He also card skipped to try and get a bigger trade since he wasn't able to hold 12. And then he slammed a few stacks and bought it out. Clive Big Sassy in Void's chat. Botting out, not against the rules, yeah. Anyway, gotta go, but remember everyone. Be something? Be mad? Alright. Have a good one, Hunted. Thanks for stopping by. Why is it always Clive and Void? Wow, Void gets perfect dice on the Clive bot. And then here comes the bot setting in on 3. Called it, as predicted. Clive bot gets the 20 trade. You guys act like I'm... You guys might think I'm Nostradamus, but it was the most predictable thing ever. Bots always sit in on 3. Yeah. He certainly was annoyed being knocked under 12. Absolutely. I don't even have to look at the chat to know that. Yeah. I would understand Clive's argument, too. Like, he's in the first seat. He gets the smallest trades. He should... like, in my opinion, I agree that Clive should at least be on 12. But if you're Jackson Void, I understand being in the last seat. It's not in your interest for Clive to be on 12. So, I also understand why they would keep him under 12. We do see Nub go to 5. Riedel, though, set in for 25. Reynolds setting in for 30. Did Nub miss a trade? Might he be the first out here? Normally, you don't go to 5 on purpose in a game without Fog in the second round of trades, particularly if the player before you traded. Jack setting for 35. Does someone have the Nub kill here? Never helps the game to quit, S. Pete. Yeah. It's like every other video, Pete sees somebody bot out and complains about it. Like, hey, at least hit the person that is frustrating you to the point where you're botting out. Jack's going in after Void, it looks like. I'm going to use those perfect lines to his advantage here. 12v8, failable. And he does fail it. I apologize. I think my commentary is jinxing this game. It's like the third prediction I've had. Oh boy. Not gonna finish the kill here. Doesn't have another way to get there. But Void does not have a set on 4. Can he kill? No, he can't kill anybody dry. He's the weakest player on the board now. So Void is apparently suing out. Now Nub just sweeps. Yeah, Void sues out, doesn't take a 5th card. And Clivebot going to remove some Riedel positions. Nub survives to 5. Jax was planning a Void Kill into a sweep. But due to yours truly jinxing him, he failed the Void Kill. It wasn't the dice. It was. I'll take the blame for it. It was all my fault. Anyway, Nub setting in. I believe that was the 50 trade, if I'm not mistaken. 45, 50? I missed it. What a game. Yes, this will go down in history as one of the games of all time. Nub should probably pick up the Void Kill. Only needs to leave like 3 behind. Sure enough, he will indeed be picking up Void's Kill. Nub goes Void into Clivebot. I was actually expecting a boring World Dom game. Nope. Not boring in the slightest. Thoroughly enjoyable to watch. Though I'm sure much less enjoyable to play. I would be fuming right now if I was anyone other than Nub in this game. Nub is too slow. Looks like he's going for the Jax kill here. Has enough time to do it. GG. So yeah, GG's to Void, GG's to Jax. Well played to Nub, taking those 2 kills, setting in for 50. Can't kill anyone else and set in, but I think if you're Nub, you may as well kill the Clivebot and sit on 5 cards. Actually, he doesn't really have to do anything, does he? He is going to go ahead and pick up the Clivebot, though. Oh, geez. It looks like Nub is going to feed the Clivebot here. Runs out of time. Some daylight for one of these other players. Riedel, no reason not to pick up the Clivebot here. Clivebot fed to Riedel on a platter, but Riedel won't be able to trade in from it. Riedel kills Clivebot for 2 cards. Not able to trade in yet. Is going to have to wait another turn before he can set in. Does Nub have a set on 3 is going to be the big question here. Not much you can do if you're Reynolds in this position. Because what Reynolds should do depends entirely on whether or not Nub has a trade. Maybe if you're Reynolds, you go for a desperate low odds kill. Maybe no odds kill attempt on Riedel. Actually, yeah. No, it's not there. It's not there at all. Never mind. Shouldn't have gone for the kill. Yeah. Yeah, if he was going to go for it, he needed to take it. But it probably would have been, he probably would have been fine sitting on 5 cards. Let everyone else take a 3rd card and then sweep on the next turn. Hey, how's it going, Orion Prime? Thank you so much for the follow. If Nub has a trade, it's over. Yeah, Reynolds backs up to try and hide one of his stacks, but I'm not sure it's going to help him much. And Reynolds almost certainly will need to have a set on 3, assuming he gets another turn. Because if you're Riedel and Nub fails to kill you here, you simply trade and kill Reynolds. Nub going in after Riedel here. Doesn't have him though. Removes a lot of Riedel. Nub trying to make it as hard as possible for Riedel to kill Reynolds here. 55 troops for Riedel. Can he pick up the orange kill? It looks like he's not attempting the orange kill. Looks like he's going after Nub. But I don't believe he has this kill either. Yeah, I agree. Riedel, if I'm Riedel, I go for orange here. He doesn't. Decides to sit on 2 bonuses instead. Reynolds has the set on 3. And just like that, the fish becomes the shark. But not for long. Nub going to set on 4 for 65. Riedel now in big trouble here. Needed to capitalize on his set and go kill Reynolds. But it seems like Nub hit him hard enough to where that was made impossible. Nub can kill Riedel right now. And hope Reynolds slow. Turn timer's 90 seconds, so I'm not sure if he's that slow. Looks like he's going to try for it. Going to take the Riedel kill here and sit on 5 cards at the end of his turn. GG's to Riedel. Well played to Nub, taking another kill. But the bounties don't matter in this game, just the win. He is now in a 1v1 with Reynolds with card advantage. And Reynolds has plenty of stacks. Reynolds is going to need perfect passing here to make sure he gets this kill. And I once again jinxed the player trying to do something. He immediately makes a split mistake. So this game should almost certainly go to Nub at this point. That was anticlimactic, yeah. Apologies. I'll try to use my predictive powers for good in the future. So yeah, the 70 trade should put it away for Nub here. Reynolds would need to be on 3 cards right now to have a shot, and he simply is not. He has 1 card shot. Nub successfully takes out Reynolds' big stack. Doesn't quite have enough troops to finish it this turn, though. He will have plenty of troops to finish it on his next turn. Reynolds down to 5 troops. And on 2 cards, he recognizes his position as hopeless. Nub just shy of 69 territories before he takes the last 5 to finish the game up. Map is tough. Yep. Alrighty. GG's and well played to everybody. Congratulations to Nub 2.0 winning the semifinal round of Group 2. Nub is going to advance to the final round of the Big Maps Open.